Okay, continuing. Yes. In chapter 2, last part of that is the set for technopreneurship, definition, recent development. Yes, but of course there is no, there are no, um, there are no curriculum set for that because technopreneurship is not a course. Well, maybe in the future this research can lead to making technopreneurship a course. Well, hopefully, we're not really sure with that yet, but that would be an assurance that this thesis can be sellable. Okay, chapter 3. um, Research design. Um, yes, we will be making use of questionnaire um, in order for us to find the data for two separate education types: entrep education and IT education. Okay. Population and respondents. The respondents will be the grade 12 students of perpetual help. Specifically, I think, yeah, from what was given to me by the principal, Dr. Santos of University of Perpetual Health, are the students who took um, IT, the students who chooses to be in the IT course, and then entrep learning will be provided for them at the first term, which is the first 6 months when they reach grade 12. So when they were in grade 11, um, they have they have taken IT learning because they chose to be in the IT course. And then eventually they will be provided with the business knowledge or entrep knowledge, which is normally being served at the first semester when they reach grade 12. Sampling design, okay. Sampling design, okay. The questionnaire is for quantitative um, examination part of the survey. Uh, okay. There is this scale from 1 to 5. Okay. Uh, 1 will be the lowest. It says strongly disagree. 2 is disagree. 3 is neutral. 4 is agree. 5 is strongly agree. And also, these have Tagalog versions. So, for strongly disagree, hindi talaga sumasang-ayon. For disagree, hindi sumasang-ayon. For 3, sang-ayon. For neutral, it's sang-ayon. 4 is agree. So, in Tagalog, sumasang-ayon. 5 is strongly agree. Talagang sumasang-ayon. That's for sampling design. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not sampling design, that's measurement and instrumentation. Okay, these are the scale from 1 to 5. This is the scale the students can choose from. Okay. Now, after that, um, since the questionnaires are divided into 3, one for entrep again, one for IT education, and one for technopreneurship. So, uh, the set in for entrep education, making use of the scale, will be determining the the quality being provided by the university. Let's say, for example, for the first set, entrep education through the scale will be able to determine. We will be able to determine the quality of entrep education of the university. The same goes with IT education, and the same goes with technopreneurship. Okay. So, after that, for each education type, for the two variables, independent variables, uh, after the gathering of data, we will be able to know if these two variables have high education or low education. Okay. Um, we will be also knowing if each separate educations with their respective quality, they can be high, middle, or low. Okay. And the questions prepared, which is under, which is being which is being which is under construction, more a little bit more under construction. The research is constructing a little bit, um, as advised by ITEO. But the ITEO thinks that it is not to change the questions, but to just rephrase it. Okay. Okay, data analysis. We will be making use of Pearson correlation coefficient, which is defined as finding the significance between the two variables. It is simple, but it can prove uh, it can prove for technopreneurial inclination of the grade 12 students of Perpetual Health Las Piñas. So the assumptions prepared by the researcher, actually at the time when the researcher is putting inputs or contents for the assumption, I'm thinking that the assumptions will be basis of recommendations as well. But actually, assumptions should be coming um, from the questionnaires after answered by the students. Uh, Assumptions would be it's like guesses or practical. No, I'm sorry. Assumptions would be like um, um, the probability why, for example, if I enter education is low after the survey, we will be I will be placing in the assumption section um, why I think it is low. Not really coming from the survey, but just an assumption. But what is included in the current assumption of the study, I was thinking at the time when I made it, um, is to contribute to recommendations. It shouldn't be that. But if you allow me to if you allow me to edit that after this presentation, I'll get on it as soon as possible. Yes, these assumptions are at the time when I was creating. I was thinking that it should be contributing to the recommendations, but actually it should be basing from the questionnaires as well. But assumptions is just assumptions. It's just not really basis of something. I think, but it's a possibility. But it's a possibility. For example, let's say in the pilot test that was conducted, the I chose Southville International School, situated in Las Piñas, as the pilot the where I can conduct the pilot test. The same grade level, grade 12 also. Um, I already have conducted the pilot test there. If my computations are right, making use of Pearson correlation coefficient, if I got the data gathering right, and the answer's right after making use of the formula, um, uh, actually the results are is that the students of the grade 12 students of Southville scored high in technopreneurial inclination. For example, if the Southville is graded high in technopreneurial inclination, and for example, um, Perpetual Help scored low, okay, the assumptions are probably, well, this is also based from deputy principal of Southville. If Perpetual would score low compared to Southville in terms of technopreneurial inclination, is that probably because, according to her, the students of Southville, many of them are children of business people. So they have probably have grown up with in the business with the business environment, and they also do have the access to any technology, any technology, any device are any device presented, any device that are present at their homes, laptops, desktops, iPads. So they have grown up with technology when they have grown up with technology along with the business knowledge that they acquired from their parents, you know, unconsciously they do have technopreneurial inclination, natural. So if, for example, again for Perpetual, if it scored low, it's probably, according to her as well, probably because they don't have much access to technology, and their parents may not be into business. Probably they are professionals on their respective fields, but they probably don't have much exposure to business. Their parents probably don't have much exposure to business, so not much of not much of um, technology present, not much of a business knowledge. Yes, can be factors why they are low in technopreneurial inclination. That's just an example. Okay. Okay. So, should you need to send me some questions, my email address is noel underscore Christopher underscore Rivera at yahoo.com. So, yes, there's my presentation. Thank you.